Hello everyone, Ryan here. So I was recently tagged, I was tagged quite some time ago by a fairly new booktuber who goes by the name Montezumama. And if you're not familiar with her channel, I'll of course provide a link. So she tagged me to do this tag called the International tag. And I believe it's an original tag created by another booktuber. Goes by the name J.D. Archer, I believe. Of course, I'll provide a link to his channel too. So I believe it just involves picking out different books that you happen to own, or I guess at least have on your shelf or nearby, and just pick out different books that happen to be by authors from different countries, hence the international part of the international tag. Now of course I gotta admit, I'll say this tag was kind of hard for me at first, because I don't really own a lot of books by authors from other countries. Obviously, I mean, I have read books before by authors from other countries. I've also read books about other countries. So it kind of took me a while, and I was only able to find 5 diverse enough books from authors from other countries. I was hoping to find more. One thing I wanted to find, I was convinced that I had some kind of book by a Spanish author. Oh, that's right. I was trying to find my copy of Don Quixote. I have no idea where I put that. I misplaced it. So I'll just get right into it. First book I picked is, of course, for my American author, I chose Mark Twain, and for that I chose Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. So even though I kind of debated over Mark Twain or John Steinbeck, several other well-known American authors, but I figure since Mark Twain pretty much predates Steinbeck, I figured, hey, why not? Mark Twain is considered by a lot of people to be, I guess you say, the quintessential American storyteller, novelist, writer, author. So, yeah. And I have read, of course, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn many times before, though it's been a while since I've reread them. So, maybe I will eventually get around to rereading it, and might be kind of fun to do a review of them. Yeah, so that's for my American author. Next one I chose is Dubliners by James Joyce. I believe James Joyce he was born in Dublin, Ireland. And of course at first I wasn't kind of sure if he was Irish or British, but luckily a quick Google search confirmed that I was right about him being born in Dublin. So, Dubliners. I actually haven't read this yet. I bought it quite some time ago at my local used bookstore. Haven't gotten around to it yet. I do hope so. I mean, it's not that thick, so yeah. Dubliners by James Joyce. By the way, if you haven't read any of James Joyce's work, I do recommend reading some of his work. Definitely. Next one I chose is, I guess this would be for like my British author, British/English author, Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. I've yet to read this, but I have read a couple other books by Virginia Woolf. and I definitely like her style. I like that most of it seems to be kind of stream of consciousness kind of writing. So, and I don't know when I'm gonna get around to reading this. Yeah, I got this also at my local used bookstore a while ago. Next one I chose was actually kind of an interesting find for me, but it's by a French author. It goes by the name Michel Montaigne. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I might be mispronouncing it completely, but Michel de Montaigne, and this is just titled Selected Essays. It's a collection of I guess his most well-known essays. And again, it's French author, but of course this is an English translation. And I actually got this copy at my local library for free. In fact, free to keep, because at my local library they have free books section. So from time to time they often get in, I guess, like different donations from people who are just trying to get rid of their old books, and whatever they're not able to sell in their used bookstore, they just kind of put it out in this free section, and everything there is pretty much up for grabs. And of course they do ask for a small donation. Usually I always donate at least $1 to a couple of dollars every time that I visit. And so yeah, I've yet to really read this, but I have heard a lot of good stuff by this author, Michel de Montaigne. So I don't know if any fellow booktubers have read anything by Montaigne. If you have, let me know. Yeah. And the last book I chose for this tag is by a Russian author. And of course, I could have gone with the old familiars like Tolstoy or Dostoevsky. There's a fly in here. But I chose this one because I acquired it recently, also from the free book section at my library. It's titled The Gulag Archipelago. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Gulag Archipelago. Yeah. But the author is Aleksandr I. Solzhenitsyn. As far as I know, this is in fact a true story, and it's about pretty much this group of guys who survived. I guess you could say living in this Russian gulag. I mean, I don't know much more other than that. Other than it's a pretty thick book. And it's got an interesting smell to it. Yes. I chose this book strictly for its smell, because it's got a good smell. No, I grabbed it from the free section in my library because it seemed interesting. I'm pretty much into Russian authors, Russian writers, and yeah, I don't know. I wanted to branch out a little bit away from Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, and not too far away from them, but So yeah, that's the last book I chose for this particular tag. I guess now it's time for me to tag other people, and we're down here. So first, actually I'm going to tag some people that I've yet to tag, and there's a couple that I have tagged before, but first one is Operation Fireheart. She also goes by the name Lily. She's a fairly new booktuber, but she has a pretty good insight. And also, I like the fact that she's a big fan of Star Wars. That's always a plus in my book. So I tagged her, Billy, aka Operation Fireheart. I'm also going to tag Jess of RjReads. I believe I've tagged her a couple times before in other tag videos. I'm also going to tag a guy that goes by the name RJ, I believe. RjReads. I believe he's kind of a new booktuber or whatnot. I've only seen a couple of his videos recently, but I like that he definitely has a positive attitude, kind of, I guess you could say, just a very kind of cheery, positive outlook on things. So, RjReads. I'm also going to tag Simply Jules. Simply Jules. I just recently, I think maybe a week or so ago, recently came across her channel. She's also a pretty cool booktuber. I like that she also has a pretty interesting insight into when it comes to particular books. So Simply Jules, I tagged her, and I also am going to tag, I don't know if it's Tanja Panda or Tanja Panda. I like that she's also a writer, and I believe she's Finnish, from Finland, I believe. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but I believe I remember in one of your videos you mentioned that you are from Finland, or maybe somewhere close to Finland. So, but yeah, I tagged her. I'm also going to tag Jordan, aka the Booky Babe. I'm also going to tag Jen, aka Batman Reads Books. And last one I'm going to tag is a girl who goes by the name Dragon Eyes. Unfortunately, I haven't seen her post any new videos recently. I think it's been, in fact, more than a couple of weeks, but I don't know if she does see this, or if anybody happens to know if she is still active on BookTube or whatever. I mean, I'll still try to let her know about it, but definitely check out her channel. Of course, I'll provide a link to it, Dragon Eyes. And of course, I'll be providing links to all the other booktubers that I've tagged. And also, if you're watching this and this seems like a cool tag you might want to do, and I definitely encourage you to do it, so go ahead. I tag everyone else. So that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Till next time, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.